state for somebody from Israel? Can they just go back to Israel if something like this happens?
It's interesting that you bring that up. So when that occurred, I used my framework in Grok and was able to pull up 11 cases of this happening with domestic and foreign individuals in the last 5 years alone, where similar circumstances, they were charged on CSAM or meeting with minors, etc. And then the charges were buried and the cases were sealed and have remained so ever since. They're highly redacted. But there's 11 occurrences. Some of them have to do with, there was a foreign national from the UN in New York that it occurred with a couple of years ago. There was a tech bro in Silicon Valley that it occurred with a few years ago who was from the United States. There was an Indian national who was a tech bro that this happened with in California a few years ago, where the case was brought up. It got buried by the DA or whatever, and then it was buried. And then the case remained sealed and heavily redacted, and the individual never got sentenced or anything like that. So I'm seeing a reoccurring pattern here, not just with Israel, but also with other high-level or high-profile individuals.
Well, now that you mention it, do you remember that I think it was Debbie Wasserman Schultz and about a dozen other Democrats used the same outside consultants to do their congressional IT work? I think I'll butcher the name, but like on Swanee Brothers or something. Any case, it seems like they were laundering money through a car lot or something. They were definitely like buying iPads for $999 or $499, whatever the limit was for congressional oversight, and then selling them for cash. They were able to flee to, I think it was Pakistan. So this is, and nobody stopped them. So this has happened before.
Definitely, it definitely has. Are you up to answering some questions from the panel?
You pick three, and I'll answer them, and then I've got to run.
All right, and I just want to thank you. First of all, I kind of knew the kind of heat that you took, but now that I have been covering Epstein for 2 months in a way that went against the grain, I have a new appreciation for the level of heat that you take, and you continue to work for the will of the people, sir. And so my respect for you has grown exponentially, and I just want to say thank you. Really, I mean that wholeheartedly.